wants to put me with some other stream platform or something like that that I don't know nothing about. And I have to restart everything all over again, retype the title, select the audience, yada, 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 yada. Pain in the ass sometimes. Hey, look at that. Nobody here and a thumbs up. I'm doing good tonight. Damn it. I was just getting ready to get a screenshot of no one here and a thumbs up. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, hello back, Mr. Sammy. How you doing? Right on. Right on. Nice to have you back. Nice to be back. Great to be in a legal state. One more night. I'll be going over to where we have the Delta, and that's fine for me. I like to smoke. And I don't smoke tobacco, but I like to smoke. Like, my perfect idea is next year when I get off the road in Arizona, grow my own plants. And the sucker leaves, as they call them, smoke that as my tobacco. And then, the bud is my reward from that. But I want cannabis to be my choice of tobacco, basically. I'm feeling just great. Oh, I've been to Vegas. Oh, as for you, you're trying to plan a trip for Vegas. Right on. You would enjoy that. You and your kid would enjoy that. The tunnel, all the lights, and they didn't have that big ball dome done when I was there. So it'd be pretty cool to go see. Yeah. Well, I hope you get to go and you get to enjoy yourself. You deserve that. Oh, ladies only? Okay. Well, you still have fun. Well, see how popular I am? You was rolling a joint and I was getting ready to yeah, you know. Cheers. I'm back in a legal state. In my home, I don't have to worry no more. I'm in a recreational state, so I don't have to worry about a medical card or none of that crap. I've only got very little, so, and which I'll be done with that by this evening, because tomorrow I want to move on to Kansas. And I'm about 180 miles from Kansas, and most of it is through Kansas. So that's a long stretch to go. But let me show you, I've been to Kansas many a time. I'm real good friends with Fired Up Kansas, which is in sorry about that, which is a group in Wichita, Kansas, called Fired Up Kansas. And they've been fighting for cannabis legalization there ever since I've been coming through. They're like the pioneers. Really good friends of mine. Really good people. They're called Fired Up Kansas. If Mr. Mike, the head of it, hadn't had his heart attack and stuff, he could be doing a lot more of it. He's doing everything he can, even his health and everything. But they used to throw a big barbecue for me every time I come through town and stuff. But here's Canabago. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, so you need to go to 420jim.com. That's 420jim.com, or spell my name out on the internet, 420jim. You'll find the petition. Sign that petition. This is the last evening in Joplin, Missouri, on South Range Line Road. So if you want to tag the RV, come on down by Cece's here and make a donation, a penny, a nickel, a dime, a hug, a sliced pizza, anything. And we'll give you a marker and you get to tag the RV. But the most important thing is I get to tell you about the petition, just like I'm going to tell you. If you came here, you could scan that, or you could screenshot it and send it to yourself or send it to others. There's ways to sign that from that right there. So, find and sign the petition. If you like what I'm doing, hey, double tap the screen, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, share it. If you can afford to help out with a couple of dollars, I've had to do some major repairs last week to get her on the road, and I got to get to Wichita and do another kind of major repair on her. I can do the work, but parts are expensive, and I need gas to get there. So if you want to give a couple dollars in gas, bless you. If you're in the area, come by and tag her. Now, I'm not a veteran, but this month I'm flying their flags of the different branches, the Army, the Air Force, and all that, because of my one friend that's a Marine. He asked me why I hadn't flown the veterans flags in a while, because he did give me the Marine one. Other people gave me the other ones. I was asked to be the voice of the vets. Yo, Will. Back in 2015 in Indiana. So, yeah, all this month I'm flying it in honor of Mr. Sean Anderson there. I'm not a vet. I'm their voice. That's the highest compliment I'll ever get in my life. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, do it. Sign the petition. It don't cost no money. Anybody can sign the petition. It asks for a name, an address, and an email. You don't have to prove whether you're a felon, your age, your citizen. You don't have to prove nothing. Name, address, and email. You can be on that petition. So if you have a name, an address, and an email, sign that petition. Help us get our cannabis prisoners out of jail. You wouldn't want to be sitting in jail for having weed. Now, if they had something else, they got to finish their time. This is a 1987 Winnebago Aladdin. I get 7 miles to the gallon keeping this billboard on the road. But don't you think it's worth it? Don't you think it's worth it? Oh, Jesse James. Look, that must be the pissed off veteran up there in Greenberg that keeps trying to convince people of that. I got lots of veterans that say that I'm their voice. They have for years. All those people got to do is look on the internet and find that. Cal sit to peace and love now. I held the first cannabis event ever done at Mount Rushmore, and did a march on Washington, D.C. been to 38 states. See, there's a place in Wichita. They called it the first dispensary in Wichita. They had the Delta products. Yeah. Just like I got a couple of trolls, everyone needs a little Jesus. There you go. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Right on. Hey, you gotta forgive the trolls. There's demons out there that don't like what the good Lord's been doing with me and the RV here. Matter of fact, the demons tried to stop me. Well, they did stop me. About 10 days ago, whatever it was. The demons did stop me. I was on my way right here where I'm parked now. I was headed here right before Labor Day. I was headed right here where I'm standing right before Labor Day. I wanted to be here during Labor Day. And that didn't quite happen. When I went to leave Bentonville, Arkansas to come to here, I get about 6 miles out of town. I'm actually just had left Bentonville by a couple of blocks, and I think it was called Centerville maybe. I'd have to go back and look. This is all on video, by the way. I broke down going up this hill, and she just completely shut down. I barely got her off the side of the road, where she wasn't in the road or nothing. It was in a curve. Yes, I got to agree with that. So that could come up and bite me in the ass, which it could have, but thank the good Lord it didn't. I wasn't there 5 minutes, and cops had arrived. And I figured they'd come. I didn't know if they'd be there that quick, because it was like 100 feet before an entrance into, a nice little fancy fenced in or gated community, whatever you call that, how they got like the entrances to them, and you drive in, and then down there you got the gated community. Anyhow, an officer pulls up. Oh, I'm pretty high. I'm sorry, damn, I lose the story. I'm sorry about that when I read some of that. Damn it, I shouldn't do that. You want to finish the story? Remind me where I was at. Damn it. I shouldn't do that. Where was I at in that story? Hey, thanks for sharing my Cash App information. It'd be really cool. Where was I on that story? Will anybody tell me? It was broke down. I've got it running now. I'm running now. I fixed the head gaskets. Okay, now, okay, when I was leaving town, thank you, when I was trying to get here and leaving town, now I remember, thank you so much. I'll get on with this story, sorry, I'll ignore comments and keep on, because this is a great story. Angels come in all shapes, sizes, whatever. So I'm getting ready to come here, and I get in that curve, and she just shuts down. I'm over the side, and the cops are there. And I'm like, man, it might be taking me a day or two, don't I have 72 hours? And they're like, no, more or less like a couple hours. You're in a curve, and it is kind of a bad situation. I mean, you could argue with them all you wanted, but to tell the truth and to look at it, they were right, So we was talking there for a few minutes and whatnot, long story short, the cop went to his police car, and he come back a couple minutes later and said he had a tow truck coming. Hey, how you doing? Do you think people belong in jail for weed?
What?
Do you think people belong locked up in jail for weed?
No.
Well, scan this QR and get on the petition. I'm on YouTube, but I got it facing me. I didn't know if y'all mind being on YouTube or what. But that should pop up. It's going to ask you 3 simple questions. Answer that. When it tries to bum money, put no thanks, I'd rather share.
Gotcha, man. Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Have a good evening now. Couple of signatures there. Damn it. Now I got to get back and think of where I was at on the story. Oh, the cop. He tells me I've got a tow truck coming. Now they had told me earlier about a place that if I could make it, that mile down the road, somehow I could be there for, the weekend, the labor, and nobody would do nothing. It was just an empty, little parking lot that the county owned or something, but I had no way to get it there or nothing. So he come and he says, I got a tow truck coming. And of course my heart dropped because I didn't even get a couple hours notice, you know what I mean? Because hell, everything owns in it, and my dogs and all, And he says, the guy's going to pull you down to that parking area, and you can be there, 3, 4, 5 days, get whatever you need done, this, that, and the other, and he's not going to charge you anything. And I couldn't believe that. You can't tell me that wasn't an angel sent as a cop. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good cops, there's bad cops. But the other day, a couple weeks ago, that was an angel cop that come by and called that tow company. And it was an angel that touched that heart of that tow truck driver, that he brought out a semi-tow truck and hooked up the Canabago. You're talking a $300 tow. You're talking at least a $300 tow. Yeah. Well, see, I used to drive tow truck, but that cop didn't know that. I didn't tell that cop that I drove tow truck for 13 years and I lost the best friend, and that's why I don't drive tow truck, is because my best friend got shot and killed at work. But that's why I don't drive tow trucks, drive the tow trucks anymore. I had a best friend shot and killed right beside me. If I wanted to do drugs, I could probably drive tow truck again, but not without cocaine. And see, I don't want to do cocaine ever again. And that's just being honest. Oh, hey, I got papers. When I tried to, see, I got caught selling a friend pot twice. I was set up. They had cameras. The snitch set me up the whole time, the whole thing. All they had to do was prove to my jury what narcotic was in marijuana. And they couldn't. They found that I was incompetent to stand trial. So, yeah, here I am. That happened in 2013. Here I am in 2025, still driving around fighting for our rights. Hopefully cannabis legalization, my friend. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Anybody that says weed is bad is uneducated or lying. So, Hey, thank you. Hey, if you'd like to help me keep it on the road, fighting for yours and everybody's rights, Couple dollars in the tank would be great. Or thump the screen, share the channel, help me get the channel monetized to help me out this year. I've ran across a couple, well, like this month. I just spent all my money this month getting it back on the road. I had blown head gaskets. Now I'm trying to get to Wichita. Could use help with a little gas, that's for sure. That's why I'm parked here, hoping that somebody comes by. You know, they donate a penny, nickel, dime, whatever. I let them tag the RV. Main thing, sign the petition. But I spend all my retirement on it. I don't sell anything. It's me and free will donations that keep this on the road. I do my part. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business. If you really looked at it. I'm out here advertising. People come up to it 24/7, take pictures, whatever. So it's basically a 24 hours billboard. No, it's not flat. He's talking about that front one. It's a little low. It's not flat, but yeah, I'm going to check that out before I drive out. Absolutely a little low. They don't think that I noticed that. They would be slightly mistaken. Definitely got to check it. But see, the good Lord pointed it out to me. And in case I didn't notice it, the good Lord had someone mention it so I would notice it. See what I mean? Good Lord takes care of us. He takes care of us. He does. Well, he takes care of me. Hey, puppies, get out of the way. Let me come in here and sit down for a few minutes. We've got an alarm going off. Okay. Hey, Mama Dog. Hey, Mama Dog. What's up, Mama Dog? Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad this thing automatically hides messages because I have no idea what people are going to say, and I really don't care. Something about messages held for review. So it must be something bad. Oh yeah, you boogers. We don't care. Hey, nobody belongs in jail for weed. That's what's up. Sign the petition at 420gem.com. Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me do something. Hopefully this still has the Wi-Fi hook to it, I hope. Have you ever been to Texas, you know? And you know how Texas troopers are? They have signs everywhere, don't mess with Texas. They generally mean that. The Texans generally do mean that. So, and I suggest if you've never been to Texas, you don't know Texas or anything, you'd keep that in mind. There's signs everywhere in Texas that say you don't mess with Texas. Check this out. I'll show you. Let me ask you a question. If a Texas trooper, just not a regular city cop, but a Texas trooper, Hey, hang on. It's going to kick me off for 1 second. I'll be right back. It's going to put me on a pause for 1 second. Don't go away. But I got to restart the Wi-Fi for this thing. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to have to put y'all through that, but I have to change the Wi-Fi on this thing because otherwise it would just cut off in the middle of it. And that's better anyway. After I get it connected and whatnot, I've got a question for you about the Texas and the state trooper. I had a lot of fun with the Tennessee troopers, and I've got a lot of stories about the Tennessee troopers. But this one, particularly one, is only a couple seconds long, and it's about a Texas trooper. I forget what part of Texas we was in, but it's the Texas State Police. And he just comes right up to my door like he knows me for plenty of years and like, you got no weed in there, do you? You know, and I'm like, you ain't got no donuts, do you? What would you have said to him? You know? Here's what I said to him.
How you gentlemen tonight? Cannabis too. I like it. Thank you. You do. There ain't no weed in there. Oh, come on. You don't carry donuts, do you?
See, that was a good cop. That was a good cop attaboy. You know, we both laughed about it. He didn't profile me. He didn't go any farther than that and whatnot. You know, good cop attaboy. That was out there in Texas. Sergeant Woody in Tennessee, he profiled me, gave me a ticket, and I called the courthouse and I'm like, yo, you know, how long do I have to stay in your town? I plan on fighting this ticket. You might want to, you know, see what my RV looks like before you have me hang out in town too long. So kind of like, how quick can you get me into court? You know, how long do I have to wait in your town, pretty much? And they asked me if I could come in that next morning. I'm looking at a search. They wanted to know if I could come in that very next morning. And I did. And, oh, hey, there's that headline to it. This is the headline to it. I don't want to play the video, but I do want to. There we go. Okay. That's funny. I just found the headlines. I was looking for the inside paper. Okay, the story I'm getting ready to tell you about happened in Kingston, Tennessee. Okay? Let me tell you the whole story. Hey, Santa's going to tell you a story. Let me take a puff, and I'm going to tell you a story about me and the Tennessee State Police. Now, the prior year, the Tennessee State Police pulled me over and caused an accident by pulling me over. That's another whole story. But give me a minute, and I will tell you about Sergeant Woody of the Kingston Police Department outside of Knoxville. Knoxville is where they caused the accident. I was coming to Knoxville to see a friend. You know, I was just coming into town from traveling the United States, whatever. And I'd been through and passed the exit for Kingston a few times in my travels. So, you know, I never stopped in Kingston. I never had the to stop there. I just always went on into Knoxville. Well, I'm coming, and I see a state trooper coming up Well, I didn't know. The first one I didn't see coming up in the mirror. I see a state trooper passing me. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't even notice that. Wow. You know, good thing he's not after me type thing. And so what do you do next? You look in your mirror. And damn if there's not another one coming. And I thought, uh-oh, here it is. He's going to hit his light bar, pull in, you know, pull me over. He didn't. And it was a black officer. I shot him a peace sign as he went by. Look in the mirror, and I'd be damned if there's not a third one coming up. It gets about even with my bumper, flips on the light bar, pulls in behind me. And then there's another trooper behind him that has his light bar and pulls behind him, and they pull me over. And it was Sergeant Woody. Now, let me show you this headline so if you want to continue the story. That's the front page. See the headline, "To be blunt," and the RV? Now tell me, that's got to be a hell of a headline, right? So, anyhow, I'm on the side of the road for 15, 20 minutes with Sergeant Woody. Now, I didn't know it, but everybody in the town of Kingston, Tennessee that drove pretty much knew of Sergeant Woody for some reason or another, you know? He gives me a sobriety test even. And he kind of mocks, because all this was live. I did it live on Facebook then. And he was kind of mocking it and told me I could set the camera there and record it and everything. And, you know, he gave me a sobriety test for drunks. Hey, it's hard to, when you're straight, it's hard to pass straight. So I don't see how the drunks pass it. You know, stand on the foot, don't move your head, all that crap. You know, he told me after all that stuff was done and over with, he looked at me and told me, "You passed." And I'm like, okay, cool. I figured he'd say, move on, you know what I mean? Hey, I can't answer comments or I'll forget the story, so you got to answer after the story. I thought he was going to tell me to move on, you know, because he just told me I passed. And he says, "Now I want you to pull down to the next exit and pull into the Exxon station," whatever it was. I forget the exact, it might have been an Exxon Shell, whatever it is. And I'm like, dude, and I seen a sergeant stripes. And I'm like, dude, you're a sergeant. You profile me, and now you're going to write me a ticket to justify, you know, I'm going to fight it in court. And he's like, you know, I don't lose in court, whatever, this, that, and the other. Happy to oblige you. Pull your ass down there to that gas station type deal. What can you do? I go down to the gas station, and as he's writing the ticket, I try to film the back of the car. He told me he is in fear for his life. Yet he had another armed state trooper right there watching my every move, you know. It was a little bit comical. He told me I could step back in the vehicle because of the light rain if I liked. And he'd call me out when the citation was ready. So remember that when we go to court, you know, that tells you the weather, right? He told me I could step in because of the light rain, light wind, Tennessee weather, roads, RV, big cell going down the road, whatever. Anyhow, I give him a lot of respect because if he had told one lie or two, either one, I would have lost the case. But because he told the truth, that's the only reason I won the case. So I give him mad respect for that. He was asked if I crossed the center line when he said I kept drifting kind of towards the center line. And he said, no, I did not cross the center line. And he had testified that I kept drifting towards the rumble strip on the right. That could cause an accident, you know, whatever, freak someone out. And I asked, did I ever hit the rumble strip? And he answered no. Now, had he answered yes to either one of those, Boom, it would have been a toss-up, my word against his, they're going to believe him, and boom, I would have lost. So, double mad respect to the officer for telling the truth. And soon as he admitted that I stayed within my lane, I did nothing wrong. I evidently had full control of the vehicle. Even if I had light wind and rain, you know, I asked him on the stand, you know, do you remember the weather? No, he didn't. I reminded him that he told me I could get back in the vehicle because of the light rain. He's like, oh yeah, I remember that. I asked him how far he followed me. Or first thing I asked him is, why was the first two cops not important in me? You know, why did they fly by me first? And he said they were on an important call or whatever. But yeah, I beat him in court, and that was the headlines on the front page, Ronan County News. And I beat him in court. Hang on a minute, and let's see. Surely there's the picture of the other half. Got to be somewhere. All these other pictures. Oh, there it is. And this was the article.
4th of July.
Oh, sorry about
Whatever
that.
you want to call it. 4th of July.
Case dismissed against the driver. That's the same picture as on that was on the front page. That's me in the courtroom, giving the judge and everybody the peace sign as I'm walking out of court. Everybody's hollering and, you know, laughing and everything. The judge is hitting the gavel saying, all right, settle down. It was pretty cool. Good times. And you know, that next year, I was on private property. And I'm sitting out there, and it's the middle of the evening. It was a bar and grill, and it was late, and it was on a Friday night or Saturday night, and it was real late. And all of a sudden, private property too, all of a sudden a state trooper car comes pulling in. He didn't have his, you know, rollers on or nothing, but still, you could tell it was a state trooper. He come pulling in right up to me. And here comes Sergeant Woody out of the car and right at me. I'd never seen him since court. And he walked up and he says, I respect you, and shook my hand, got in his car and drove away. I got a picture of him as he, you know, was leaving and whatnot. I wished I had the whole incident on video, but, you know, that was really, really, really cool of him to come back and tell me he respected me and all. And I do. I respect good cops. I like good cops. I want the bad cops done and out of here, replaced. Hey, the people that's bitching about my other glasses, that I'm talking about, you know, hey, I can't afford new glasses now. I found these that I've been missing. I had been mechanicking on the engine, and they were rolled up in my mechanicking shirt. And so when I went to go clean the mechanicking shirt, put it in laundry, I found my glasses. So, a little bit better than holding these on there, huh? I make do with what I got. No, I'm not Willie Nelson. I'm not Willie Nelson at all. But hey, if you like what I stand for and what I do, what I need you to do, it'd be nice if you could send a couple bucks and help with the mission. I'm not gonna lie. But see, a lot of people can't. And that's cool, and I know that. But to like and share the video, you know, double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, because that's free. The more you interact with it and share it and all that, the better the channel will do, and send it to other people. And maybe someone will help. I mean, I broke down a couple of weeks ago, and the good Lord sent an angel in the way of an officer that got me a tow truck for free. And then another one of my followers from Ohio gets me the gasket kit and everything to do the head job on the RV. See, the good Lord is he just keeps blessing and blessing and blessing, but he knows my heart. He knows what I'm trying to do. And He gives me what I need, not necessarily what I want. I'd like to have a couple of dollars in my pocket, but, I can't keep money in my pocket. But he does make sure that I get what I need, or he has been, and I'm sure he's going to continue. Where's the mission? Oh, it's throughout the United States of America. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. My petition is a federal petition. It's to the Congress and the President. We want all of our federal prisoners and state prisoners that's in there for cannabis alone, we want them free. They don't belong in jail. If they're in there for a cannabis charge alone, let them free. And we need it federally legalized, And you should always see your local men. The heck with these dispensaries that are, that charge a tax overpriced, and some of it's so much garbage that you wouldn't believe. Always remember, see your local guy. He's probably got something that's grown to the earth and not taxed, and he don't care about your gun rights, so he ain't gonna take them away if you happen to show your license like you do at the dispensaries and stuff. Be smart, people. Oh, gee, legend. Not a legend, just telling the truth, man. Just telling the truth. That's why you always see your local guy. Can't we always just get a bong? There's that petition. You can screenshot it, share it with others. 420jim.com. And that is my legal name, but it's spelt out. Just like the YouTube channel, that is my legal name. First name is 4, middle name is 20, last name is Jim. My birth certificate, all that says that. A judge changed it. Now, they gave us every herb-bearing seed. No, we shouldn't be smoking pot, nor cigarettes, nor meth, anything we shouldn't be smoking into our lungs. I agree with that. He didn't give us it for that. He gave it to us for meat. And he did a wonderful thing when he gave us that plant for meat, because it's so nutritious that everybody on the planet should be eating it. Yes, kids, babies, whatever. The babies are eating it when mamas have breast milk, because their natural levels, when they have breast milk, their natural levels are 8 times higher than any other time in their life. That's what gives them pain relief and hunger to develop in the womb. They get that dose of cannabis out of their mama's breast milk. So, yeah. Anyhow, don't mind me. I like to rattle on, and then I lose thought here and there. What's up, Cal? Oh, yeah, under federal law, absolutely. Not state law. State laws tell you can have them. But if you research Class 1 narcotic, get rid of marijuana, search Class 1 narcotic, and if you can have Class 1 narcotic and a firearm, and it tells you no. Look what happened to Hunter Biden that had a Class 2, and he just lied on the firearm form. The one you sign when you buy ammunition, all that stuff? Yeah, if you check that you're not associated with that, you did a Hunter Biden thing, didn't you? Uh-oh. Just saying. I mean, they may never enforce that. They may start enforcing it tomorrow. Nobody knows. Hey, hello there. From Greece, right on. Oh my God, nope. In my heart, Yahshua is my Savior, and Yahweh is my Creator. Yeah. I believe that Yahshua paid a blood sacrifice so I can meet the Father when I die. Just like he showed me this cross. Take away the pink paint, you still see a cross, right? Because that L plays in that word. Isn't that cool? And it's a true statement. Look. Isn't that cool? Cannabis heals. You know? They tried to call it the devil's lettuce. But no. God didn't make any devil lettuce. Man made devil's lettuce and they called it money. God made cannabis. Man made money. Now, which one is the devil's lettuce? Yeah. See the A? Take away the green. Cannabis heals. Still makes the cross. Isn't that cool? Jesus saves don't quite make the cross, but I could have put the star up here or something, you know. But I like it like that. But look. William Randolph Hearst changed the name to marijuana and couldn't get rid of the A. Cannabis. C-A-N. Oh, the A was still there. Look how great God is. He put a force field around that bud so we could feed it to our children, we could feed it to our teenagers, we could feed it to ourselves or whatever and never get the euphoria off of it as long as we never applied heat to it. Every cannabis plant is THCA. I don't care what percentage you want to say it is, holler it is, or whatever. Bullshit until this happens. And then you can measure it. Every plant is THCA. Now, if they've genetically modified beyond what God has done, which maybe they have, and maybe I'm wrong. But I'm talking about weed of my day, my knowledge, and all that. What God gave us. It hasn't been genetically modified at all. Damn, got off the subject there. Man, go 4 weeks without getting stoned and then get stoned all day. Woo! But this is my last day, so tomorrow I gotta straighten up. You won't see me stoned all day. And that question, my God. Oh, damn. Doggone, damn. No. Cannabis, not God, cannabis advocate. Nobody should belong in jail for weed. I was charged with 2 counts of sales of marijuana in 2013. 2014, I started fighting for yours and everybody's rights. I've been on the road since. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. So, new petition to Congress and Trump. Sign the petition. Get a bong, man. Just get a bong. If you're in Joplin, Missouri, come on by, get a selfie with the Canabago. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Oh yeah, I've been in North Carolina. Oh, I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. And it was Graham, North Carolina, where I run into Barney Fife. There was a video on live Facebook with me and Barney Fife. Of course, I don't have access to that no more, but I might have the video on some of my older footage and flash drives that I haven't seen in years. But yeah, had a cop at a Flying J truck stop. One side had a Flying J, one side had a Pilot. I forget which one was which. So if I make a mistake and say which one was the other one that wasn't, it's by mistake. Hang on, I got a spilt pan of water here that I got to clean up. Doggone it. Y'all get expensive at water and spilling water and stuff. I don't buy water to drink myself, but I do for my dogs. And then they spill it. Hey, get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of there. Move. Hey. Get okay. Now, of course, they want the paper towel. Dummies. You dummies. Okay. Don't spill the water next time. Shit, some of these places, if you don't get it at Walmart, I've been smart. And I ordered 6 gallons at Walmart the other day. They want $3.99 a gallon. She tore up a piece of paper. I think. Could have been one of the little ones. He could have reached it. But one of them tore up a piece of paper. Oh, let me get over here and see what these comments say. I gotta put my curtain up first. Okay. Oh, geez. I got Jack right by the curtain. And dog's right by the curtain. Give me a little space. Move. Move. Had to fight for a little space for a minute. Let me get a drink in my glasses and we'll try and catch up. Oh, goodness. Oh no, now I'm going to fight where I put my other glasses. I got the ones that oh, there they are. Found them. Oh, I was mentioning the Barney Fife dude from North Carolina there, if you want to hear the rest of the story on that one. Thank you for tapping the screen and giving me the likes. I was at a Flying J, and when I pulled up, I'd been there before, once or twice through my travels. And I'd met the manager and, you know, every few of the people that worked there, whatever. They know who I was, what I was doing, what I was about, and you know, they supported my mission and all. They were very good to me and everything. So when I pulled in there for the night, of course I thought, oh wow, you know, no worries. I'm in friendly territory, you know, knowing it's illegal and all, but I'm going to be in friendly territory, right? I could just, no worries. I'm at a truck stop. The truck stop's private property. They're not going to come out and knock on the door and tell me to get out in the middle of the night or nothing, you know. So I was going to sleep peacefully. And I did until, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm awakened to loud talking. And kind of like this here, where my bedroom is, and there's 3 officers or so out there and a dog. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? Get that damn mud away from my home, you know, la-da-da. Yelling, hollering at them. And then one of them says, sir, step out of the motorhome. And I'm like, you damn right I'm going to step out of the motorhome. And I do, and I got my cameras on and stuff. Because I have cameras all outside, and I normally go live. That's why, hey, on YouTube, if you subscribe and turn on the notifications, when I go live, you'll be notified. And you can see what happens as it happens. They've been some pretty good videos on Facebook, but of course we can't get on Facebook and I can't show you most of them no more, so sorry about that, not my fault. Mark Zuckerberg's got his panties in a twist and don't like me. I made my Walmart court cases a Facebook event, and the next thing I know, I'm thrown off of Facebook. What can you say? Damn, now I lost track of the story. See what happens? Ever been, yeah. Oh, getting back to Gomer Pyle. I call him Gomer Pyle. So I get out of the motorhome, and I realize that I left my cigarettes in the motorhome. And I'm not going to open the door back, because as I stepped out of the motorhome, I locked the door behind me. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And there's like 3 sheriff and a dog and whatnot. Well, he called us, pointing to this Graham, North Carolina cop. And and I'm like, am I being detained? And he says, not at this time. And I'm like, well, all right then. And I just kind of pushed past him and went on into the truck stop. And like I say, all this was recorded. And I go in the truck stop and I'm like, yo, hey, did y'all call the cops on me? What's up? And they're like, no, what's going on? And I'm like, nah, I just woke up. They had dope dog outside my vehicle and everything. I'm like, man, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that y'all didn't call them on me. And I bought a pack of cigarettes because, like I say, I wasn't going to open the door. And she sold me a pack of cigarettes, and I knew that they didn't call the cops on me, so what the hell were they doing there? So I come out the door, and the sheriff with the canine yells something to me. And I'm like, I don't give a shit, go get a warrant. And he yelled something back at me. And I yelled back at him, I told you I don't give a shit, go get a warrant. I don't care how many dogs have it, go get a warrant. Finally, he's close enough. He says, no, it didn't hit. And I'm like, well, why the hell are y'all even here bothering me? Man, they couldn't get in them patrol cars quick enough and get out of there. And when they seen that I was filming it and all. And when I tried to go over towards like the sergeant and whatnot, he hits the gas and he hauls ass out of there. Them sheriffs wanted out of there. So that just left Barney Fife. The Graham, North Carolina cop himself. And he's saying something to me and whatnot. Well, you can go back in your vehicle and do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yep. Hey, don't tell me what I can do. I've got every right to be on this property just like anybody else does. You don't have the right to tell me what I can do on this property. If the management tells you to kick me off or something, yeah, but other than that, you can't tell me. That's when he tells me he's kicking me off the property. And he never ordered me to stop. And I asked him to call a sergeant. And at no time did he order me to stop. He followed me like a little puppy. Because as soon as he told me that I had to leave the property and I had to go by his order, the truck stop, he had the right to tell me that no matter what the truck stop said. He had the right to tell me. I never thought he'd follow me into the truck stop, but he followed me into the truck stop. And we get in the truck stop and I'm like, hey, and it was the night manager and everybody there, and I'm like, hey, this cop says y'all say I can't be on the property. Are y'all throwing me off? Am I being asked to leave? I'm being trespassed. They're like, no, man, you're fine. You can be here as long as you want. La da da. Yet he told me if I did not leave the property, I was going to be placed under arrest. So under threat of arrest, I even asked him, I said, well, I thought you said the sergeant was coming and I could talk to him. He said on tape also that I would see the sergeant down in the jail in booking. Like the sergeant, he wasn't going to wait for the sergeant to get up there to the gas station. I had to go. And I said, that's okay, just tell him I'll be across the street at the Flying J. One was a Flying J, one was a Pilot. But I was going to go across the highway to the other one. He said, nope. And I'm like, what do you mean? How can you kick me out of there and I haven't even been there tonight or nothing? Where can I go? And he said he didn't care as long as it wasn't there. in that Graham, North Carolina area. Isn't that something? Oh man, the sheriff called me back because I got a hold of the sheriff, the sheriff and everything. He called me back, and he promised more training and everything. I accepted the apologies and everything. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. It was all right, but yeah. Lessons learned. I can't believe the last question wrote was, "Are you God?" Who would say that? There's 42 people on here. Here, let me take another little toke and I'll show you who I am, okay? It's definitely, oh, here's another one question. They were hiding them from me. Oh, Jimmy World, I like God, no cheat. Oh, see, these are the hidden messages. I'm looking for 20 Jim for president. Right on. Or gay men, I don't know if gay men are in there or whatnot. Hey, y'all, you can talk among yourselves. I love it when people come in and chat. It is freedom of speech. Just remember that I truly love my Savior that gave a blood sacrifice so I can meet the Father. That's me. I hope you have belief like I do, or, believe in your own belief, whatever. The main thing is peace, love, and cannabis for all. I'm not going to honor the trolls and glorify the troll, and none of that. That's all stupid. They're going to do and make their lives just like any Satanist would anyway. So what good is it to try and fight them back on their own platform, the World Wide Web? Let's smoke one and I'll show you what I'm working with. Let's go outside. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Nobody. If they're in jail for a weed charge alone, federal crime, state crime, whatever, they need to be released. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. We've been playing around 10 years now, and they haven't done a damn thing except still keep it. Since 1970, a Class 1 narcotic hallucinogenic, no medical value. That's what pisses me off more than anything. How in the world are they selling it as, hang on a minute. How are they selling it as having medical value in these states while keeping it illegal on a federal level? That's kind of crazy, ain't it? But yet they do. So I don't understand that yet. Don't mind me, I had to clean up a jack accident there. Now I gotta get me a drink of soda. I'll take you outside and show you the mobile billboard I take around the United States. I don't just say it. I go around the United States and I preach it to people that God didn't make a mistake. He gave us cannabis. We should have it. We should use it responsibly, yes. But it shouldn't be federally regulated. Federally nothing. What the hell's the feds got to do with anything? Especially weed. We know it was a lie. We know it's had medical value. We know they have the medical patent on it. I mean, doggone, they screwed the people ever since the 70s that way. How come nobody's investigating that? Wanting to know where all that money went to and stuff like it's Doge shit. Look how long that lie's been kept up. But nobody questions it. Move. Move. Yeah, you got tracking into what Jack did. Yep. I didn't catch Jack in time, so I got to kind of... The pup's got into a tracking mess. Move. I know you didn't mean to. I know. But you're not supposed to be where Jack is anyway. Move. So you know you're bad like that, right? You know you're bad right off the bat, don't you? Move. 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 Okay. Disaster avoided. Let me show you what we're missing here. Let me show you something. March 1st of 2014, in a different RV, I started out fighting for everybody's rights to cannabis, release our prisoners, yada, yada, yada. That RV burnt in 2017 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then a Vietnam vet donated this one. It's had 3 names now. Cannabis 2, Cannabis 2.4, and now that I painted it last year, well, this year, it became the Canabago. So, if you like what you see and like what I do, help me out. You can't help with a couple of bucks, I understand. Hit the screen, tap the screen, like the screen, share, you know. Oh, I'm horrible? Thank you. Yeah, Jesus loves me. He loves you too. If that's horrible, well, I guess I am. Police don't pull me over. Police run my license plate. Police run my license plate. And it comes back that 420 Jim owns this vehicle. That's my name. So, no, hey, hang on. You want to see something? Hey, the one that said about police pulling me over, hang on a minute. Let me show you something. I'll show you where the state trooper pulled me over, right? And he even asked me about marijuana. What would you tell him? Now, you just seen the outside of my vehicle, right? Okay, so picture this. It'll take me just a minute to get it up. I know that's what she said. But picture this. You're in Texas. They got all them signs everywhere, don't mess with Texas. You know that, right? They mean it. So, let's say you're in Texas. And one of them state troopers come up to you and say, are you carrying marijuana? Or you wouldn't have any marijuana there? I don't know his exact words, but you know what I'm saying? Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it here. I know if I do it under history, I'll find it quick. Maybe I'll have to do it that way. Yeah, let's do it under history. Sorry about that. Oh, here it is. Like I say, if you got pulled over in Texas, or if you was parked in Texas, I happen to be parked, and a trooper comes up and says something about, you got any marijuana, or you ain't got no marijuana, or something like that, what would be your reaction back to him? I'll show you my exact reaction back to him. Oh, come on, play.
How you gentlemen tonight? Cannabis too. I like it, man. Thank you. You still ain't no weed in there. Oh, come on, you don't carry donuts, do you?
Hey, there ain't no weed in there, is there? And I asked him if he didn't carry donuts. See, that's the way I am, you know. And he ended up being a cool cop, you know. And there are a lot of good cops out there, and there's bad ones, you know. Officer Roach at the Huntington, West Virginia police, he didn't like me at all. Kept saying, "Boy, you in West Virginia." He could have cost the city a lot of money, but I let it go. That was Trooper Roach and Sergeant Hash that did an illegal search in West Virginia in a Walmart parking lot of all places. And I forgive and let all that go. So see, I've forgiven Walmart a few times on a few things. Walmart didn't want nothing to do with it. They said that they didn't call the state police. And they replaced the cameras that the police broke that night. One by yanking me to the ground, it flew out of my hand and stuff. How the second one got broke, I don't know, but it didn't work. But Walmart replaced them, and the pair of pants on the one knee, I had a scrape, a bloody knee, and it tore the pants where I hit the ground. When he yanked me out from the top step to the ground, put his knee in my back and said, "Boy, you in West Virginia?" They replaced a pair of jeans for me. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. What's up? Oh, what's happening at Walmart? I'm going over to Kansas City, or not Kansas City. I'm going to Wichita, Kansas, to file the lawsuit and small claims against them for maliciously prosecuting me. They're still maliciously prosecuting me, even though I proved to their attorney and everything that they should. Yeah. And you know what? At one point, I can play the tape. I offered the lawyer, Walmart, hey, I'll drop the 2 suits in Missouri. You drop the trespass. Let me go back to shopping in the Walmart stores and stuff. Because they shouldn't trespass me anyway. And they wouldn't take that offer. Really? I wonder if she gave that offer to Walmart or not. That sounds kind of pretty chicken shit of Walmart not to take that offer. So I don't know. I don't know. They want me to take and hire a big-ass lawyer and take it to a big-ass court and whatnot. Well, I don't know a big-ass lawyer. I don't want to hire a big-ass lawyer, and I really don't want a whole lot of big-ass money. But if there's a big-ass lawyer that hears about this and wants to take the case pro bono or whatever it is, come on. Show me where to sign the papers. We got one heck of a suit and one heck of a story against Walmart. I plan on taking them to small claims. What? Did you literally just... Nobody said nothing about gay. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Hey, thank you. I'll always keep up a good fight. Always, always, always. Thank you. Please hit the double tap the screen. Hit the subscription button. Follow the channel. Most of all, go to 420gym.com and sign the petition. I've actually gotten a half dozen signatures online now from people like you. It only takes a minute. It don't ask your record, your race, nothing like that. A name, a address, and a email. If you have a name, a address, and a email, and that alone, you can be on the petition. So please sign the petition, share it with others. Give everybody you know that's got a name, address, and email to sign that petition. It's that easy. You know, if you're not on the petition, you're part of the problem instead of the solution, right? Everything has on, off, left, right, up, down, you know, two-way. So when it comes to petition, you're either part of the problem or part of the solution. It's as simple as that. People can't figure simple things out. Like our journey. No matter whether you're stoned, whether you're sober, no matter you're drunk, blah, 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 whatever you do in your life, we're all on one journey. There's one destination that we're all on, no matter what path we take. Whether we're sober-minded, a good creator, whatever. It don't matter. You could be the holiest of holy and follow Christ's life. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen if you believe in the Savior and everything. You know your rewards are coming. You already know. And so on. But people forget we're all on one journey, and that's death. Whether it be a minute from now, an hour from now, a week from now, tomorrow. You got to live every day as if it's your last, because you're not promised tomorrow. None of us is. Just like all these people that tell you when Jesus is coming. Well, I know when he's not coming. All I got to do is listen to one of them people predicting it. Because no man knows. He comes as a thief in the night. And all I got to do is tell who's full of crap and shit. Is when they tell me what day Jesus is going to do this, that, and the other. I mean, come on. The Bible means basic instructions before leaving earth. That means question everything. Question everything you're taught. Gravity is not even a law. It's a theory. How come all the old books, the United Nations, the floor in the Houston, Texas airport and stuff, all show a flat earth map? Why, after NASA got out of the oceans, exploring the ocean from whatever they found, to try and get off of this planet, outer space, wanting us to believe that question everything, my friends. And yeah, I'll be one of them that tells you, read the book of Enoch. I always wondered why they left it out of the Bible, and I never read it because, you shouldn't have said the other, but wow. The book of Enoch's what woke me up. It actually is what woke me up and brought me close, the closest I've ever been to Yahweh, yep, the closest. So, and that's just my belief, I respect everybody else's. The main religion for everybody should be the golden rule. That's pretty much the 10 Commandments, except keep the Sabbath day holy. Everything else pretty much falls under the golden rule, don't it? Hey, thank you. All you got to do, if you even go to Google, just go to Google and type in 420JIM. Hundreds of stories going to drop. The first thing that pops up in the top left-hand corner is going to say Petition. And you click on that button. If you go to my website on a mobile device, you got to open the menu up in the left-hand corner, like there's little bars, and it should say Petition. You're looking for the word petition, but if you went to like Google and put in 420 Jim, it'd take you right to it. It bypasses the website, which is cool. I just want people to sign that petition. I'll show you the QR in a minute. Let me take a toke for the walk around, and then I'll take you outside and show you what we're working with. Uh-oh. Damn nose starting to itch. Cheers. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this tonight because tomorrow afternoon I'll be in illegal state, and I won't be able to have this. Now I'll be able to have Delta product, but I wouldn't be able to have the regular cannabis. So when I get over there, I have friends that gives me the Delta product. I have a couple friends that has dispensaries, and they take care of me. They take care of me when it comes to the Delta products and stuff. Hey, move. 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 Damn dog's gonna trip me up. Here we go. Outside court. Joplin, Missouri, Rangeline Road, 420 Gym. Last few hours. Probably last hour or so. I'll be shutting down, taking the flags in. I plan on moving on tomorrow. I have no idea at what time. It's not really going to be early. I'll probably go get a cup of coffee and stuff, of course. I plan where I'm going. I haven't decided exactly. I think I'm taking the southern route, but I don't know where I'm going to plan on stopping the first night, second night, and third night. Because I'm probably going to do it in like 3 stages. I don't want to just go put a couple 100 miles on her. I did the head gaskets and all. I want to do her in a couple of different stages. No one belongs in jail for weed. Sign the petition at 420gym.com. My Cash App is the numbers 4, 2, and 0, and then you spell gyms. So it'd be 420 JIMS. The 420 would be numbers. Or that's also a screenshot of the Cash App itself. So anybody'd like to try and help out with a little couple bucks of gas or fixing the rear seal, I'm going to go up to Wichita, Kansas. I'm going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I've got to rent a place that's going to run me about $600 for the month to put this at, to live at, to get my eye surgery done, and to work on it and put the rear seal in it. So that's what I plan to do in a month. And anybody that's watched me can tell you, I can put a real seal in here within a month. And I can get my eye surgery done within a month. I just got to, get over there and set everything up and do it. But I sure could use a little bit of help. Like this month, pretty much everything I have has went to putting her on the road last week. We just got her back on the road. Tomorrow will be the second time I drove it. I drove it from Bentonville, Arkansas to here. And tomorrow I plan on taking her 60 to 100 miles, whatever. Probably no more than 100. 80 or 90 would be the halfway point, I think. there's a shop that I can take it by in the morning, and I may just do that and let them make sure the timing's set. I haven't decided yet. Shouldn't do no harm letting them, come in and set the timing. Well, go back in where I can monitor the comments better and all. Move, little ones, move. Yeah. Move. Oh, good. Oh, geez. Don't get old. Have to step over dogs and puppies and... Yeah. What's up? Hey, sorry. Good evening back at you. Arkansas, yeah, it is a nice state. But everybody in Bentonville was closet smokers because of Walmart. So they didn't help, they didn't partake with me or nothing. But it's cool. I was glad to get out of there and into a legal state. Yeah, those arts are awesome. Yeah, they are. Hey, thank you, Angela. Thank you. Oh, no. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. There is no space. We've never been to the moon. Yes, they're what you call aliens, but I call them the fallen angels, the watchers, the Nephilim and stuff. Those are the ones that came down and mated with the women and the giant and all and gave man technology and everything. Yeah, those are your aliens. Those are your mermaids. Those are everything. Jesus cast all them demons into the pigs, into the water. So, you know what I mean? We call them aliens, but they're really, the 200 fallen angels. There's a place, I forget where it is, but it's where all the worldly whatever is supposed to gather, and there's 200 seats at that place. When they meet, there is 200 seats. Isn't that kind of amazing? I don't know. Kind of like living this nice movie and whatnot. But basic instructions before leaving Earth is at least a good start. No, I didn't go to Woodstock. No. I went to work all my life. Come to what other side? Come to what other side? I'm in Joplin and I'm headed to Wichita, Kansas. Oh, okay. Which side you're talking about, I don't know. But yeah, I'm coming back through. There's actually, on my way back down to Florida, a place I'm stopping and filing a lawsuit. I forget the name of the town and whatnot. But yeah, and see, I have to come back in December. I have no choice. If I don't come back and answer a court hearing for trial, I'll have a bench warrant out for me. Now, I can prove they dropped that trespassing, so I'm not worried about it. I got it beat. Just getting them to see the evidence is the trouble. So that's why I say Walmart is maliciously prosecuting me. They know, their lawyer knows, that they should have dropped it a long time ago. I've offered to drop the lawsuit so they'd just drop the trespass. They won't. So, yeah, let's go to court. That's why I'm headed over to Wichita. I want to just take it to small claims, 10 grand. I'll be happy. That'll give me an engine and help. I want a transmission too. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. I kicked their ass in Georgia for less. I mean, I got $2,500 for them discriminating against me out there. Well, I don't know about what it killed and whatnot, but I tell people you always see your local guy, because dispensaries tax you and they take away your gun rights, but you swiping your driver's license and stuff. They control that, you know? So you see your local guy, then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, Ray, what did that say? City has awarded allegedly oh damn, alcohol and THC products. Yeah, we know how that works. Every time someone was in an accident, they made sure to say they had alcohol and marijuana. They always threw in they had marijuana. Hey, thank you about the cool hat. If you think it's a cool hat, have you seen what I drive there, David? Have you seen, well, this is my just all around whatever jacket. Kind of cool, huh? Now, I just happen to have this out because I'm going to go get it cleaned tomorrow, because I do have a couple court things coming up. I have a go-to-town meeting jacket when I go to court and stuff. I got pants and tie and socks that kind of go with that. So, yeah, I can get dressed up if I need to. But what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Have you seen... Have you seen my ride? Well, here, check this out. I'm going to take everybody out and show you my ride. Now, what I do is I travel the United States fighting for everybody's rights to cannabis and hemp. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. And if you believe in that, you need to sign the petition at 420gem.com and share the petition with others. I'd appreciate it if y'all do that for me. If you like what you see, double tap the screen here to let YouTube know that you liked what you seen. They grabbed my glasses. Oh, forget I dropped them. Oh, goodness. Whew. Oh, don't get old, don't get old, don't get old. Let me read what this says before I turn the camera around. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going stealth next year. I was hoping to go south at the end of this year, but it's going to have to stretch out another year because I want to make it to Florida. That will be my 39th state, my final state. And yeah, then I want to go up to DC and end it going back to Arizona where I live. But here's Canabago. With the generator on the back and everything, it's approximately 35 foot. As the sign says, nobody belongs in jail for weed. Federal petition. Anybody can sign it at 420gem.com. And this is just my 24-hour billboard. People will walk up at all hours of the night. That's why I've got the lights and the cameras and everything on, you know. So people can come up and scan the QR at any time of the day or night or whatever, you know. I put a sign normally in the door that says, no, I don't have or sell weed. I have a petition. Oh, you want to see your local guy because they don't tax you and they don't take away your right to bear arms and stuff. You always want to see your local guy. Now, if you have to use a dispensary, well, you have to use one. Like me, the other day, I had to use one. And I happen to like the dispensary that, heck, I can actually show you. Pretty much. That's why I like when I park here. Because less than a half a block away, just on the other side of that zip sign in the background where the headlights are, you see that green logo there? That's Missouri-made marijuana. With a nice baseball, softball, whatever, the fastball, you could probably hit that building with that. I know I could with a tennis ball, probably. That's how close the dispensary are. But for 3 weeks or better, I was in Missouri. I mean, not Missouri. I'm in Missouri now. I was in Arkansas. I was in Walmart town, Bentonville. And there's plenty of people that like it, smoke it, and support it. I met a lot of them. But none of them, you know, consumed it, had it on them, shared with you, whatever, like in other towns at all. It was all hush, hush, hush in the closet. You know, everybody's watching. It's a Walmart town type thing. And I can understand that. I can understand that. So it sucked being there. I actually drank a couple beers while I was there. No regrets, no troubles. Glad that I got out of there and got to where, like now, I can smoke cannabis for a day or two. I'm fine. And when I go over to Kansas tomorrow and whatnot, the next week, 2 weeks, whatever, I still have the Delta products. And hey, I'm just as happy with the Delta products. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Yeah, legalize homegrowns. People just, you know, let them grow their own shit. I don't want chemicals in my weed and shit like that. I'd like to grow my own. That's my honest opinion. Let us grow our own weed. Don't worry about it. That's one less thing. You know, if they legalize weed, we grew our own and all, that's one less thing they could say the cartel was smuggling in. Because who would buy it if they could grow their own and all? You know? That just solved the whole cartel problem on weed, didn't it? Bingo. Bingo. Sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, would you? At 420gym.com. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, share the channel, like the channel, double tap the screen, all that good garbage, please. Pretty please. We want to build a channel up, me and a couple people. I was on Facebook for over 10 years, and Mark Zuckerberg got his panties in a twist. And, you know, Walmart, I guess, kind of won by me making their case of Facebook event. All of a sudden, my account is gone. I can't prove it, but, you know, that's kind of pretty good timing, isn't it? Anyhow, oh, I haven't heard from Mr. Greg and Mrs. Tanner. Last I heard, I think you heard too. And he was doing okay and she was doing okay. She's what? What's this stuff? Damn, I didn't get to read a lot of these conversations. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to avoid nobody or ignore questions, but I just didn't see them, couldn't. Oh, she's about the same. Right on, you know. Right on. At least, you know, she's holding in there and the good Lord's got her stable. You know. Thank the good Lord. Thank the good Lord. Yeah, I see them now, I do. They were going so quick that I do miss them now, but you know, I have so many people that get on and off here now that they go beep, 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 and I don't get to see them. So please remember, it's not out of disrespect. If you have to ask them a couple of times or something, cool. You know, I don't mind, especially if it's important or something you're trying to ask me. But, you know, when I had 30 people, sometimes I've had 200 people on here. And, man, there's no way. Every time I'd read one, I'd be 50 comments behind, and I'm like, whoa. That's how I learned to just ignore all the trolls and the stupid thing they say. It goes by so quick, most people don't have a chance to read that stupid shit. What's up, Mr. Will? Oh, yeah, right on. Love from Ohio, brother. Hey, right back at you. Right back at you. Hey, I had another Ohioan. I was born in Ironton, Ohio, by the way. Had another Ohio brother help me get all the parts to do the head job on this RV. Isn't that something? He was from Ohio too, so go Ohio, you know. I like coincidences like that. Well, hell, I say we have one in celebration. Let me, I found my other glasses finally. They were in my mechanic pants. I have these mechanic pants for, you know, that, like the overalls, whatever. And I went to go pull them out so I can go get things washed at the laundromat on my way to Wichita. And my glasses fell out. And I'm like, cool. And they make the perfect, that cleans that goo out after about, you know, half a dozen hits. If it's any good and it resins like that, well, after half a dozen hits, you got to have something to clean that shit out. That's that good stuff. But, yeah. So I like having these back. Right on. Well, you know, I got mine from a dispensary when I first got here because I don't know nobody. Nobody come by. And I hadn't had nothing for 3 weeks, basically. And I knew exactly when I pulled here what I was going to do. I was going to take $15 and go get me an eighth. Because I seen that they still had them where you can get them right at $15 and change out the door. Well, I had $2 credit from before, and when they applied that, it was $13 and some odd cents out the door for the eighth. Now I haven't had to buy any since then. Matter of fact, I've still got this to consume. I've almost consumed the rest of the other, which. Before I leave, I will give this away or consume it. Anything else, because like I say, I don't take it to illegal states. But yeah. Now, anything I get donated will come from the smoke shops and the Delta and this, that, and the other. Which, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Especially after coming where they just had medical. If you wanted to buy into bullshit that you had to have a card to possess something that God gave you that no other medicine they make you buy a card for except something they has as a class 1 narcotic, no medical value. I'm not stupid enough to get on that list. I'm just not that stupid. I couldn't be that stupid to put my name on that list. Missouri homegrown, yeah. John, thanks. Our weed was way much better in the 70s. Now, there's some stronger strains, don't get me wrong. Some of this indica, stronger strains, but that's not really of God. That's been so genetically modified and twisted and put together and grown in chemicals and yada, 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 yada. Not saying it's bad, but it'd make a zombie out of you after a couple hits. You know, I've smoked it. That's why I nicknamed in the couch. That's how I know the difference between indica and sativa. In the couch. And there's such a thing as too much. And to me, that's a way too much. I was brought up and I loved the sativa. You know, you'd find that growing in Florida, a lot of places, Gainesville, Florida, whatever, but California, on the side of the mountains and all. And they used to grow the most beautiful sinsemilla and everything. Oh my God, the weed we used to get back in the day, the Acapulco Gold, the regular brown bud. Then they would lightly spray it with water and peroxide and make it look like gold bud. Oh, heck yeah. Heck, some of the Mexican dirt weed, as we call it back in the day, or bilge water weed, well, what kind of picked up a little nasty flavor from the whatever might have been in the bilge, a little oil, a little whatever, just, you know, it got wet at one time. We called that seaweed. Anyhow, you get that stuff pretty cheap too. But, yeah. Buds back in the day were so much better. That bilge weed and stuff is better than some of the stuff you get in dispensaries today. I'll never forget back in 2014 when I first hit the road and I went through Flagstaff, Arizona, and this guy, he was Rastafarian, and he is proud that he had his medical card and how they had just gotten medical marijuana and everything, and he wanted to smoke a joint with me, you know, and hell, that's cool, you know, I'm all for that. He goes down to the dispensary, he comes back, and man, it looked so good. It looked absolutely gorgeous, crystal, everything's just like, wow, man. Shit that you looked at before and you smoked and you're like, yeah, man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We smoked that whole 1 gram bud and didn't have to think whether we were stoned or not. I just know. I knew I wasn't, and so did he. I asked him if you could go and get your money back, you know, from them dispensaries when they sell you bullshit bud like that. But it's, you know, no money back type thing. He must have bought a hemp joint or minus CBD, whatever. But he did. He took his medical card and bought it right out of one of their dispensaries. But, oh yeah, it looked awesome. But it wouldn't have, yeah, it wouldn't have gotten a mouse high. But I've had some pretty shitty looking weed just knock your Johnson in the dirt. Oh, we should always be able to grow our own, absolutely. I want to grow my own. I don't want poisons and stuff put in my weed. I'd like to find something that's not been genetically modified, you know, some heirloom seeds, and grow my own, absolutely. You just go fishing. All you gotta do is go fishing. If you go fishing a couple months before you grow, that's all you gotta do. You go fishing, you dig a hole, you plant your fish, bury it, mark it. When you're ready to plant your plant 3, 4, 5 months later, plant it where that marker is, water it. That's all you gotta do. And slung up a gun and yeah, buddy. That's all you need. If you want to throw some coffee ground and eggshell on it just to feel better, go for it. But really, all you need to do is throw a couple of fish in that hole a few months before you grow and not worry about it. Them roots gonna go right on down, reach for that new, and they're gonna be just as happy as can be. Right on. Damn. Have you tried any of the RSO or, you know, any of the hemp products, CBD products that actually go into the muscle and the pain? I mean, see, I don't know, but I know there's so many different uses for hemp beside, you know, just smoking or vaping or whatever. Actually, it has more medical value when it's THCA than it does when it's THC. When you make it THC, you take a lot of the medical value out of it, depending on how much you make the THC. If that makes sense to anybody. Oh, you can grow it in some states, absolutely. When I was trying to get off the road in 2020 with my family before they lost the house, I had just started growing, and I was doing a 30 to 90, a 0 to 90 day seed to flower, and man, it was just a couple of weeks away from being done, and we had to leave, so I had to yank it and suffer what little I got out of it. I didn't want to just leave it, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, yeah, Ohio's legal, you know, by state law. But see, when I say it's illegal anywhere, I'm talking federal law. You know, I agree. I came to Ohio and fought for some friends that went to court in Ohio, Peggy Sue and Glenn and stuff. You can go see all kinds of newspaper and TV news that I've made across the country, my friend. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not federally legal anywhere. We need it federally legal, and we need our federal prisoners out. But Ohio and like New Mexico and stuff, they let their state prisoners out of jail, but not federal. They can't. So the petition I'm pushing and have pushed since, you know, March 1st of 2014, nobody belongs in jail for weed. If they're in jail for weed, they need to be free. And we need the feds out of it, man. Go see your local guy. Quit supporting these damn dispensaries that are selling a lot of garbage and shit. Why do you want to show them your ID that you're buying a Class 1 narcotic? Because federally, you've lost your right to bear arms. Your local guy, they don't ID you. Your local guy, they don't tax you. You know what I mean? The local guy isn't connected to the government saying who bought from you, who this, that, and the other. So, first and foremost, we shouldn't smoke cannabis. But we should be able to go buy it at the local drugstore. You know, like Walgreens and shit. We really should. You know, 18 above to buy and whatever. It should be right there. But, you know, they want to keep it stupid. And it's not because people smoke pot. They don't want hemp fuel, hemp paper, hemp clothing, hemp food. Why the hell they want to feed us bugs and stuff when they would tell the truth about cannabis and how good that is for us and all? Why don't you make a lot of stuff out of cannabis? Henry Ford figured out how to build a car out of cannabis. Can't they build a steak out of cannabis or something? Be damned. Oh, please sign the petition. Please, please sign the petition. I need everybody to sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Anybody can sign it. It don't ask if you have a record or what race, religion, or none of that you are. A name, an address, and an email, you can be on the petition. Help me out. Get your voice on that petition. Be part of the solution, not the problem. You know what I mean? Go sign that petition. Don't donate to it. Scroll up just a little bit and put no things I'd rather share. Share it to your other accounts under them other names and sign that petition. Let's get that petition out there. Let's hit that first 1,000 and watch it take off. I've worked hard for ever since November, but I did get stuck a couple of months here working around with the Walmart thing, so we really can't blame it on nothing. Hello? Oh, I thought someone said something. I still have my doors open and the lights on and stuff, even though it's almost, 10 o'clock? No. 9:01. Oh, 9 o'clock. Yeah, it makes more sense. Damn, 2 hours tonight, Will. Frankie, Will, all y'all, 2 hours tonight. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, I got real good stuff at 420gem.com. It's called the Petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. And if you went and signed that petition at 420gem.com, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I am celebrating, and I'm trying to get rid of, and I almost have, what was left of an eighth I bought the other day. I'm finishing it up because I'm headed back into Kansas. And in Kansas, I can't have real weed. I got to have fake weed, hemp weed. So, and I don't carry fake weed. I don't carry real weed to where the fake weed is. I smoke the Delta, the fake weed, whatever, while I'm there. It's better than nothing, and I'm within the law. If they want to do a stupid search or anything, whatever, I'm within the law. I just did 3 weeks over there in Bentonville, Arkansas with nothing. A couple beers, but nothing when it comes to cannabis. So I proved to myself I can handle it. Oh, thank you. Oh no, I don't smoke and drive. I'm not going nowhere. Yeah. When you say, having a safe ride, yeah. I won't be going nowhere until tomorrow, probably after 10, 11 o'clock, maybe even noon. No, I'm going to bed after my live and stuff like that. Actually, I don't have a bed. I catch a nap because people come by all the time. It's a mobile billboard. At any time, somebody will knock on the door. Hey, you got any weed? Shit like that. Yeah, but hey, it's okay. I'm used to it. Oh, it goes by too quick. Hey, Doug, how you doing? It goes by too quick. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Mr. Greg, please, get a hold of me a messenger, would you? If you need to talk to me and whatnot, I'm there for you all the time. But I can't see these messages. They go by too quick. I don't see them. Half the messages that y'all are putting here and all, I don't see them, and I'm sorry. They just go by that quick. There's 50 people on here trying to, half of them are trying to put a message maybe. You know what I mean? So I don't see them. I honestly don't see them. If I see them, I try and say something. I've seen 1, maybe 2 messages from him all night. Something I just saw you do. Do I smoke wax? If that's all I have, yeah, I would smoke wax. But I don't carry paraphernalia or anything. If somebody came by and had a wax dab pen or rig or something, oh yeah, I'd probably hit it. I actually know probably about it. I'm sure I would. I mean, my legal name is 420 Jim. Now, I'm not going to smoke it and then drive or whatever, But, yeah, maybe meet someone at a park, a restaurant, whatever, and share a couple puffs, hang out, chill out for an hour or two, and then drive wherever you want to go. But just like I don't advocate smoking cannabis at all, I definitely don't advocate driving and smoking cannabis. I actually think that we should agree to carry our cannabis in one of 3 places: the glove box, the center console or the trunk, whether it be a bong, a pipe, a bag of weed, whatever. Should be carried in one of them three places, not laying in our lap, in the bag, seat, roaches in the ashtray, blunts hanging out. Nah, come on now. We can't even do that with alcohol. So maybe if we show them a little respect, they can show us a little respect. And it's a give and take thing, you know what I mean? But it could all be worked out so damn easy. So damn easy it could be worked out. How old are you, Pop? Oh, how old am I? I'll be 67 in December. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my mind is pretty fried. I hadn't had cannabis for 4 weeks, so this first couple of days of having some good cannabis after 4 weeks of not, yeah, if you want to call it fried, call it fried. I don't care. A lot better than having alcohol or anything like that, my friend. You're just jealous. You're just jealous. Sorry, thank you for that. Sorry, thank you for that. I didn't know I'd turn the mic off. There you go. How do you like me now? Joplin, this is the last evening I'm going to be here. If you're in the area, come on by. Tag the RV. Yeah, I think I got it fixed now there, Mr. Greg. Come by and tag the RV. Most of all, sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. I'm flying all my veterans flags this month in honor of Mr. Sean there. I'm not a vet, I am their voice. I'm proudly their voice, the ones that asked me to be their voice, that is. There's where the petition's at. How you doing? Sign the petition at 420gym.com. If you'd like to help out with a buck or two of gas, man, I'd really appreciate that. It's 4 gyms on Cash App, 420, the numbers 42 and 0, and then GIMS, J-I-M-S. The $sign 420 J-I-M-S. If you'd like to chip in a couple of bucks towards gas to get over to Wichita or start on the way. Gas stations across the street. I think it's like $2.78 a gallon. Oh no, $2.89 a gallon. Even worse, $2.89 a gallon. I might be able to make it to a cheaper gas station heading out. I'll have to check that on the maps. I hate to pay that kind of price. Oh, I wish I could see what that said. I think I left my glasses inside, like, damn it. I knew I should have brought them. Oh well. I don't want to stand out here and get ate up by mosquitoes anyway. I don't want to be out here getting ate up by mosquitoes anyway. Standing under them lights and shit. Oh, damn. Hell no. Well, let me get set back down in here. Well, I'm going to have to go in a few minutes. Get my dogs fed, stuff like that. I like to take care of my dogs. They're starting to get used to getting fed later, but this is late enough and I should probably be taking care of them. Anybody got any last questions, comments, or concerns before I go? Oh yeah, my battery's not too far from being gone too. Hey, the main thing is nobody belongs in jail for weed, and for those that signed the petition, I really thank you. Please sign and share that petition. That's what it's all about. Hit the subscription button, tap the screen a couple of times, like the video, share the video, spread the video, let people know about me so I can come on here and tell them these boring stories, asking questions and whatever. I come on here at noon and 7 every day pretty much, so pass the word. Let's build a channel, Whoops, I didn't pay my gas bill. How do you like that? How do you like that? I forgot to pay my gas bill. Don't you hate when that happens? Hang on just a minute. I'm going to go ahead in the video and then pour just a little bit of gas back in the generator so we have our lights and stuff on. That's why I say any little help with fuel, keeping the mobile billboard lit up and all, is really appreciated. It is. Well, my friends, never forget, it's all about peace, love, and cannabis for all. That's what the mission's all about. Sign the petition at 420gym.com. Sign the petition and share it. Subscribe to the channel, like it, double tap the screen, share the YouTube if you would. The more followers, the more likes, and the more everything, the more we get the channel up. I'll answer questions, whatever anybody wants, it don't matter. But I want to tell them about that petition, and hopefully people will sign the petition. That's what this whole thing's about. And if you don't sign the petition, then it didn't work. You know what I mean? If you didn't sign the petition, this didn't work. So take that couple of minutes out of your life Google my name or go to 420gym.com. You may have to open a menu if you're using a phone. On a computer, I think it might just, but I have different pages like social, community, the petition, blah, blah. Hit the petition button. If you just type in 420gym on a Google search, one of the first things you'll see is a button that says petition. Hit that button. It's going to ask you 3 simple things: a name, an address, and an email. Everybody's got one of them. Everybody's got one. Everybody can have a voice in this. So make sure everybody that's got an email, address, and phone can be on that petition and put them on it. Be part of the problem, part of the solution instead of part of the problem. I'll be back tomorrow, good Lord willing. Creek don't rise at noon, and again at 7 p.m. If I get pulled over tomorrow going through Kansas or whatever, make sure you have subscribed to the channel and turned on the bell. Hit the bell. It turns on the notifications. You turn on all notifications. If I get pulled over or something, like when the cop called the tow truck for me and all, you will get a live notification and can maybe watch it live as it's happening. Yeah, and that's about it. I appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. It's all about peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand. If we try, we can all get along. My dogs love you. I love you most of all. Jesus loves you. Have a great evening. I hope to catch y'all tomorrow again at noon here, 420 on TikTok, and 7 p.m. right back here. Much love to all. Peace out.